Do you want to say your name and what you do in Milestones?
I'm Drew and I play guitar.
I'm Mark and I play bass.
I'm Matt and I sing.
I'm Eden and I also play guitar.
Yeah, you guys are one of the first few bands to be signed to Fearless that are from the UK. Do you think it's gotten easier to break into America because of labels like Fearless signing more international bands?
The novelty of it's a lot better. Like, everyone seems to appreciate us a lot more because we're British. Like, everyone kind of latches onto us a bit more.
I think like America's such a big thing for the scene. Like, you have like Warped Tour and you have so many amazing tours that come through here. So I think labels love the idea of pushing British bands over here because, again, like Ian said, it's the novelty of the British band being over and they make it a lot more accessible for us to be here.
I think as well, like in the UK, there's not many, like all the iconic labels for this kind of scene are all in America. So being on an American label's kind of like so important for a band like ours. Like if you're on a UK label, you're not going to get pushed for Warped Tour because they've not got those kind of connections. Whereas when you're on an American label, you've got, especially in LA, you know, there's so much going on in LA that they're always connected and they've always got opportunities for us, which is great.
Yeah, definitely.
Your EP, Equal Measures, has been out for almost a year. How's having it out for a full year been for you guys?
True.
Yeah, you know, the reception from it's been really cool. It was a little, and I think it was like a little slow at first, but like people have been really starting to dig it. Like especially on these past two tours, we've had at least like 2 or 3 people each night sing along to songs, which is amazing. Especially like over there, because you know we've never been here before. It's a completely different place, so you know it's been pretty good up to now.
Yeah, in the UK we've had like a huge progression. Like we've been, we did like a first of 4 tour on the with Confidence tour. And we had like quite a large number of people singing every single night on a first of 4 kind of 200 cap room venue. You usually have bands who don't have anybody singing along, but we had like some nights we had almost the whole crowd singing, which is great for us. So we've definitely seen a progression in the UK and Europe. Being this is the first time we've been in America, it's early days, but we've been doing really, really well and selling CDs and stuff. So people have been digging it for sure.
Yeah, I think it's spiked a lot, like you said, the last 2 tours. Like it goes hand in hand on being on good tours, like getting a good reception with the EP. Like the more people are in front of, obviously the more people can actually pay attention to it.
You recorded, or Phil Gornell produced your EP. Did he, like, 'cause he's worked with like All Time Low and Bring Me the Horizon, did he give you a lot of advice in writing the songs, or did he kind of just let you guys do it as a unit?
No, he's very, very like involved in the processes. He's kind of like a very involved producer. So he really helped with the demo process and making sure that the songs really flowed well, and you know, the producer's there to try and get the idea of the song as best out as possible. And I think that's exactly what Phil does.
Yeah, and like from the start of like writing and recording that EP, I think he, you know, had the best understanding of exactly what we wanted out of the songs too. So you know, like that really helped with it.
I think it's the best as well because he's not afraid to tell you when he thinks something's complete garbage. Like that's the best way. Like you can have like some producers who are genuinely just there to, you know, like press record and be like, okay, that's done. Whereas like Phil wants to be involved and be like, yeah, I think this needs change, I think this needs change. So it's good to have an unbiased set of ears on it, if you will, like someone who's not looking at it going, we wrote it so we like it. You'd be like, you should change this, or you should consider this at least.
Yeah, he'd tell you, but you wouldn't say it as polite as that.
No, we
can't.
can't.
This is fucking shit.
Yeah, this is awful, change it now. Now, we can't go back.
So some of the songs on the EP definitely have a You Me at 6 vibe, and I know that Matt, you quote unquote say you're a fanboy.
I don't think I said that.
I think that's a kind of statement.
I don't think I said that, but I said I was a fan.
But did they have a large influence on you guys, and what other fans?
I think when we actually write in the EP, we didn't actually like class them as influences. I think they just come out because we listened to them growing up.
Yeah, for sure. That's
like we don't write thinking, oh, we're gonna try and write You Me at 6 songs because like we
well, not you.
You'd write a You Me at 6 song.
Yeah, we would just write a You Me at 6 song. I think especially with the album that we've just done, I think like that comparison is going to go away quite a lot. I think like there's definitely, you can hear it, but you can also hear hints of a million other bands, and I think like with the album there's a lot of hints of different bands in the scene. I think also like, the major thing that we always get is with my voice sounding quite similar, and I think my mannerisms have definitely come away from that.
That's
I don't sound anything like
No, yeah, things for the record have changed. Yeah, we do get a lot with the EP, but that's because, again, we were a lot young when it was recorded. And
Yeah.
so like some of the influence was sort of like shone through a bit more. But with the record, I feel like we found our own sound, and that's definitely sort of like crafted his own voice to how we wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's the thing that's gonna
Yeah, I agree.
go.
Not that it's a bad thing.
No, it's
But
not.
it's not a bad thing. It's just we always get that comparison.
Yeah.
You're gonna go from people saying that you were a fan to you hate them now.
No, definitely not. The music's great.
So it's a lot of like really great albums, 10-year anniversaries this year, like Mayday's, Lesson and Romantics. Other than theirs, what 10-year tour would you love to see or be on?
I put a tweet out about this the other day, like literally about 2 days ago. It was like one of Memphis Mayfire's old albums that was like incredibly like old school metal, and like that should be coming out. If they do it, it's going to be in 2019. It's called Sleepwalking, the album.
Should we do it?
Yeah.
We'll film that.
Yeah.
It's weird you should ask that. I was literally thinking about it.
The new album that we've done's got quite a lot of screaming in it.
You said you get our sarcasm, so
Yes,
I'm testing it
yeah.
out.
If
You
Milestones is now
thought-
death metal.
Yeah, you thought we were being serious, and it's
Not just Slipknot, but just harder.
Yeah, we're like Slipknot mixed with like Halsey.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Slipknot in 5 Seconds of Summer, but not right.
It's close.
Close.
Pretty,
It's pretty accurate.
Accurate.
Just we'll put that underneath your on your album reviews. We'll just put that.
We
we'll
play
post it
all
there.
of our
For fans of Slipknot.
play all of
5
our
Seconds of Summer.
breakdowns.
Halsey.
We play all of our breakdowns with the zoos.
Bazoos, yeah.
The zoos.
Is it kazoos?
Not a yeah. Isn't it a kazoo?
I said kazoo. A bassoon.
Yeah.
And an oboe.
Oh,
I know.
didgeridoo.
So how's it been touring with Mayday on one of their like really important tours? Anniversary that everyone loves.
Is everyone looking at me? It's just like, no, it's been great. We've kind of met Mayday before, but we've got a chance to meet all the crew now as well, and the whole vibe on this tour is just amazing. Everyone's so chilled out, so it's kind of what's mine is yours and what's yours is mine, so everyone's really friendly.
They don't act like a stereotypical headline band, like as people, they're all very laid back. So Uncle Buck as well, they're really kind of real guys, which is nice.
Yeah, there's no like this dressing room's ours, this is ours. It's like if you wanna like if there's being 2 dressing rooms, it's like if you wanna sit in Maydays or on books, you go wild, it's fine. Like everyone's just been really welcome and
Like,
willing
yeah,
to
just
help.
super easy to talk to as well. You know, I mean, you can just kind of chill and hang out with anyone really.
Yeah, there's no like you should feel like you're on edge because you're around anyone. Everyone's just like really relaxed.
Have you found that Mayday and or Knucklepuck fans have come up to you after and had like a positive response with like?
Oh yeah, loads.
Yeah,
Like we've been surprised. Like we're doing like we're selling like 10 times as much music as we thought we were going to. Like on one night we sold over 100 CDs in a room full of only 700-800 people. So like that's amazing to see that we converted and probably converted more than that, but we converted at least 1 in 8 people in the room. Like that's a really good positive response for us to have. So like on the entire tour, you know, we've done so many CDs already. We've already had to reorder 3 or 4 times. So people have definitely shown a great response. Just really good for us because, like we said, no, we're coming here and nobody has a clue who we are. Even some people who were at the show didn't even realise that there was an opening band. They just thought it was Knucklepuck and Mayday. So like to have people become fans literally within 30 minutes is exactly what we wanted to do.
And like we'll be outside selling CDs, and the one thing I hear every night is that, you know, we hadn't heard of you guys before, but, you know, we really like music, I want to go check it out at home. That's like, you know, exactly what we want and need.
The best compliment, which I always get it, is usually opening bands are shit, but you guys are alright.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay,
I like
thanks.
that.
You were alright.
I'm like, fine, you have to buy a CD then.
Do you guys have a dream venue to play in the UK to like really cement the fact that you guys are like successful?
Apollo in Manchester.
Apollo?
100% the Apollo.
Yeah, I'd say like Wembley Arena or something as well.
Oh, wow.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Probably Academy 1 Manchester. I grew up watching so many bands. I think like I went to my first show there, so that'd be like, to be honest, it'd be really weird playing that venue, but it'd be cool as well.
I think generally for like bands, like if you say all UK and you don't like pinpoint the place where you grew up, everyone would say Brixton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
Brixton
huge,
Academy
yeah.
would just be like the best thing for a band, right?
Yeah, it's
And there's so many like DVDs as well, like of amazing live shows from that place. So it's so like well.
Yeah, everyone does one at Wembley too now.
Yeah.
Like
well,
All Time Low did Wembley, You Meet Six is on Wembley, Bring Me the Horizons I think was at Wembley.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Thank-
Yeah, they do Wembley now for fun.
Yeah. That's like the trademark big venue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that's how you know a British band that made it when they have
When they played Wembley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuts.
What song do you think that gets the best response from the crowd, and what's your favorite song to play? And do you think there's a reason that they're either the same or different?
Should we just like
Just start.
wanna go first?
Sure.
Yeah. My favourite song to play live is for sure "Shot in the Dark" because it's usually the song. If there's going to be people there who checked us out before, they'll be singing along to it. We usually do this thing where we get the lights to turn off and then we have fairy lights on stage, and that always gets a cool reaction.
We're not doing that tonight though.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Lights are broken.
My favourite song to play is. Did I say that or?
Is it Shot in the Dark?
Oh,
it's
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's about it really.
The one that gets the best reaction is Shot in the Dark, and that's usually because the lights are triggered to come on and stuff like that, and it's a surprise people. There's a lot of like sort of like emotion in that song, I guess, like people can connect to it. But my favourite one to play is Hindsight, just because of how fast paced it is, and I don't know, I just enjoy that song to play.
Yeah, I think I enjoy playing Hindsight the most as well.
Yeah,
Like that's the one where I can like put as much attitude in my voice as possible, so I can like kind of like be a bit more like sassy with like my voice. Whereas the other ones are so like clean that I just have to focus on singing it well. Whereas in Hindsight I can get away with like breaking my voice on purpose. So I like playing that one. Yeah.
My favourite one to play live would be the last one we play in our set. It's called Save Bot for Better Days, but we haven't released it yet. But it kind of, I think it gets the best reaction every night because we just get the whole room to jump. And surprisingly, everyone does. It's great. See, we don't expect much because we're from England.
That's the demo that you know.
Yeah,
It's not the actual name.
There's
Is
a
it?
demo.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
There's another name we can't use
Yeah.
for it though. So, yeah, we don't want to repeat the name. That's the working name for it. So.
If you guys could have one piece of band merch that you don't already sell, what would you have?
Oh shit.
Milestones dildo.
Oh my
That'd be
Jesus.
great. Or like a Milestones like
I'm
condom.
gonna go with shorts just because I want a pair.
Sure.
I want a pair. You know, like proper like.
Weird.
Yeah,
I
well,
would have
Milestones
Milestones cake.
cake.
Yeah, so just fucking run around the stage, like, you know, just have a cake. I reckon that'd be
A cake?
sick.
You should get a flag that you can convert into
Yeah,
a
that's a good idea,
We
actually.
actually had a on one of our shows in London, literally nobody turned up to the show, and someone threw. Well, there was two people left, and they were both in one of the bands. Even all the rest of the bands fucked off, and those two people threw a dildo at us.
It was great.
So
So now you're gonna make
that's
Milestones.
where the inspiration came from.
Yeah.
Just dedicate it to the band.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
It's the best worst show story as well. Whenever someone's like, you know, what's the funniest thing that happened at a show? It's always, oh,
Two
that's how we
people,
got the
two
dildo.
people were
Yeah,
there
that's
and
it.
someone threw a dildo at us.
I feel like we should have like some hot sauce or something.
Yeah.
That'd be quite cool.
I was gonna say flags. I really want some flags.
Yeah.
Just so you can have one in your bedroom.
I know, yeah.
Just for that, like.
It's very pop punk of you.
No bobbleheads.
Bobbleheads.
Could you imagine that?
Bobbleheads.
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 Sick. Be so good.
Yeah,
We should do that. Okay, it's agreed.
Right,
Bobbleheads.
Yeah, we
Let's
get
have
bobbleheads,
one.
You get
Let's
bobbleheads.
have one.
Milestone bobbleheads.
Yep, that's the one.
That's all.
So what are your guys' plans for the rest of 2017?
We finished this tour in pretty much June, and then we go on tour with Simple Plan around Europe.
For like 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, for like just under a month, yeah. And then we have like maybe like a few weeks off. We do a few festivals, and then I think we're going to be focusing on releasing the record.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some new songs out by that point. But
Yeah.
yeah, we can't really say much at the moment.
Yeah, not because it's confidential, because we don't care, but well, we don't know.
Yeah.
We know the record's done now. We've recorded it. That's
Yeah.
all. That's about it. We don't know when it's gonna be released. So.
If you guys had to describe your band with any song or lyric of your own to someone that doesn't listen to Milestones, what would you use?
Nothing but a hopeless wreck.
Nothing but a hopeless, yeah.
Nothing but a hopeless wreck. That's all. That's all. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah. We're all quite nerdy people, so I'd probably say that one.
Yeah.
Nothing but a hopeless wreck.
Yeah, I agree.
It's quite hard. Quite a hard question.
Only in such a
Yeah, it's a
difference.
good one, man.
Now you can't pick the same one now.
Mine would be.
Too pressure.
Mine would be. I hope someone gets this, but my name is Oscar Thunderfucking. I have something to say.
It's our own. It's our own. Though.
It's ours. I know. That's what I'm saying.
You're a drag queen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Someone
know
gets
about
it.
that.
I love RuPaul's.
I was hoping you wouldn't know, so I could get away with it.
I love RuPaul's.
No, no.
Thank you.
Thank you.